The Development Bank of Jamaica, DBJ, has been facilitating the growth and development of strategic sectors across the length and breadth of the island for decades.
And in this regard, we view the SME sector as the engine of growth to effectively propel the country's growth agenda. We have over the years facilitated access to loan financing through our approved financial institutions and have made significant amounts of funding available in this regard through our approved financial institutions. For example, in the last financial year, we lent some $2.3 billion to this sector to facilitate its growth and development.
In February 2013, the DBJ signed a non-refundable technical cooperation agreement with the Inter-American Development Bank through its Multilateral Investment Fund for the establishment of a vibrant and sustainable ecosystem for venture capital and private equity.
Venture capital provides the smart and patient equity capital which is needed by entrepreneurs for sustainable growth. We are indeed proud to introduce this new asset class to Jamaica and to have established the Jamaica Venture Capital Program, which has been described as game-changing in Jamaica's financial landscape.
2013-2014, which was the last financial year, what the Jamaica Venture Capital Program focused on was understanding where we are at as a country in relation to what is the market, who are our stakeholders, what are the stakeholders doing, what is the level of understanding of venture capital. And coming out of that, based on a market review, we identified a number of gaps in the venture capital ecosystem, and we prepared a strategic review. And that strategic review is what we're now undertaking in terms of implementation.
Specific legislation is required for the private equity venture capital industry, and the Jamaica Venture Capital Program, JVCP, has identified legal and regulatory changes that are required. Legislative amendments have been formulated and will be submitted for consideration by 2014-2015. DBJ hosted Jamaica's first venture capital conference in September 2013. The conference took the form of plenaries and round-table discussions and concluded with a dynamic post-conference workshop. An investor panel of local public and private sector investors, including institutional investors, corporates, investment bankers and advisors, as well as pension funds and multilateral partners, was formed. Created in September 2013, the National Business Model Competition (NBMC) was formed to encourage and promote creative thinking and the entrepreneurial spirit and create a pool of potential businesses. Universities were invited to organize the event. Intra-university competitions were held between October 2013 and January 2014 so as to select the top 4 teams that would participate in the national finals. The finals were held on March 6 and 7 at the Jamaica Conference Center, with the top teams receiving cash prizes from Alta Ventures and ICD Group Limited. 5 student entrepreneurs representing Northern Caribbean University emerged national winners. They went on to participate in the International Business Model Competition and placed 8th out of 42 world universities. The NBMC is now listed on the university's calendar of events. The JVCP is supporting the establishment of Jamaica's first angel investor network, First Angels Jamaica. Advice and guidance on the establishment of a network is being sought from the bank's international development partners, and developmental activities have commenced with local and international individuals. 2 two-day training workshops were held at the University of the West Indies Regional Headquarters for stakeholders of the venture capital and private equity industry. They were both oversubscribed.
Going forward for this year, we're continuing our rollout of our strategic plan. We're going to continue more workshops, training workshops for our stakeholders. We have sent out a call for proposals for fund managers, and we're looking at for local as well as international fund managers to send us proposals once they have an intention to invest in Jamaican companies. We're also working along with DBJ directly, spearheading, as well as working with a number of private sector entities when it comes to building entrepreneurship. Another important project that our legal advisors are working on is a preparation of what I'd like to call a toolkit that can be used by all stakeholders, all our venture capital stakeholders. And this toolkit really is a compendium of standardized documents and contracts, draft contracts.
Venture capital, a critical element of the nation's growth agenda.